Starting the post-holiday break on a high note, Flyers beat Anaheim here 3-1. Welcome into Postgame Live, presented by Curado Insurance. Ashlyn Sullivan, Scott Hartnell, Al Morgani back here with you in Philadelphia. A very solid win for the Flyers. Not the most exciting win, not a ton to talk about, but you beat a team that you should be beating at this point in the standings. Anaheim struggling a little bit. It was a good win. Yeah, the confidence for the Flyers has not been there, especially the last couple weeks. I think one win out of the last 5 games. And you come in here, Sam Ersson plays really good. The power play is still non-existent for me, but some good things in that period. Noel Cates' line is still the best line for the Flyers right now, and Ersson was a rock in the net. Yeah, it's one of those bottom line wins, right? You got points, you got 2, you win in regulation. The goalie gets his confidence back, we hope, because he looks strong, and especially in that third period. You got away with some stuff, like you mentioned. Power play didn't give you anything. Michkov didn't see him in the third period. You got away with some stuff. Bad penalty turns into a good luck charm. So you take it. Joel needed that one. Farabee cuts his hair and gets the goal. It's a reverse. That Samson, that guy, whatever. The reverse, whatever. Got hair guy. The reverse of that. Some Greek god, I think. Talking about who? That leads us perfectly into PA Lottery winning moment. Joel Farabee, you mentioned he gets the haircut, he gets this empty netter, and that's a guy that Joel Farabee, waiting to see him click the past months. This was good to see, especially the takeaway, Scott. Yeah, just a little sneak attack there coming out of the box. The defenseman didn't have any idea that he was there. I'm not sure if their bench was yelling that he's coming out, but a heads-up play there to strip the puck first, don't go for the hit, and then he was off to the races there. He was fresh coming out of that 2-minute penalty kill. And you got to think with some of the struggles he's had, like, all right, when do I let this shit? There's no way. This is going right in the middle of the net, and we're going to win this thing. And the bench there too. They were all so happy for him. Everyone knows who's playing well, who's struggling. All the talk about Joel and the struggles that he's had offensively. Lots of chances for him, but wasn't going to the back of the net. So I'd have a little chuckle with him after the game. He doesn't need a goalie in the net to score some goals. There you go. Bobby Brink. Always remember that interview. Solidifying the win there for Joel Farabee. Now let's go back to Anaheim and hear from Bush and JJ, who are standing by with Sam Ersson.
Ashlyn, Sam Ersson, Flyers goaltender, winning goaltender here with 31 saves on 32 shots. Sam, we talk about getting kind of a mental break with the holiday break, 3 days off from practice, from anything hockey, and then you come back and kind of try to start anew. Is that how you approached it? And I guess it worked. Yeah, 100%. I think it was kind of funny. I think it's happened here before, like me coming off some tough games and coming in here. So I kind of had that in the back of my mind that I can turn things around here when we get here to Anaheim. So it was fun.
Sam, how important was this game for you? I know as an ex-goaltender, getting pulled never sits well with you. I think you can admit that, it hasn't gone the way you've wanted since you've come back from injury as a whole. But how important was this one to win, but also critical saves at key times and only give up one?
Yeah, 100%. It was. I felt like it's about time, kind of me having a good game here. So that was obviously huge, and also you want to kind of come back after getting pulled. You always want to come back with kind of like a statement performance. I think that's big for myself and for the team as well. So just happy we got the job done here. Talking from a team standpoint, Sam, how are you guys approaching this trip? I mean, some tough games ahead, Los Angeles, Vegas, Toronto, some really good teams. Did you almost look at this game as, hey, we got to get the 2 to start this thing? Not really. I mean, we know it's a big road trip here for us. I mean, it's a lot of big games, but you don't want to put extra pressure on any game. We just come in here, talked about kind of getting it back a little bit to our game a little bit more, and I think we definitely did that. It's a great road performance here. All right, Sam, well, congratulations on the great performance. Thanks for doing this. Thank you very much.
Well, you hear Sam Ersson there very honestly say it's about time I had a good performance, and definitely a harsh critic because he hasn't been playing terribly, but he started so hot at the beginning of the season. It's been a little bit of a drop-off. Today, he's solid. Well, Torts said, in an interview maybe a couple weeks, Sam Ersson is the best self-aware how he's playing, kind of good things, bad things, what he needs to work on, things like that. So for him to say, hey, it's about time that I came back after a bad performance, come out and play as well as he did. Some big saves throughout
throughout the whole period. First period, there was really nothing going on, but the second and third, some power plays, some big saves on when the Flyers had a power play as well. So both angles, he was great.
You like to see that with a goalie. I know a lot of people say like a relief pitcher, short memory, throw it away, but I think Ersson's one of those guys that replays it and says, "What can I do better?" And in this one, really, that was Bush pointed out, it's a really big game, just for confidence for him and for people watching, so that he can get that game to that level. The next game, I doubt he'll play back-to-back.
I'd like to see it, though.
I actually, the way he played tonight, I'm like, hey, let's get him right back there.
Yeah, you just might. I think a lot of us forget as well that past game before the holiday break, getting pulled in that game, and he talked about wanting to get back to that performance. And Torres was pretty honest Friday when he spoke to the media. He said, I don't really believe in the whole team needing a break here in the holiday break. We make such a big deal of this refresh. But he did say for Ersson, I did think it was important he got a couple days off to kind of reset, because it was kind of feeling like it was getting down that ball of movement here and momentum where it wasn't going in the right direction.
There's always a perfect time for a break, and whether you're struggling or playing well, you can refresh, think about all the good things you've done, and on the other side of it, if you haven't been playing well, look back at some of the clips, mental imagery, all that kind of stuff, what you can do better. So, I think it was good for everybody, and the big thing for me, takeaway as well, is the Cates, Brink, and Forster line. They didn't lose their mojo.
Yeah, that line with your big guns not going, usually, okay, and then you're in a lot of trouble, but we saw the big guns weren't going, and right now they look like the big guns.
They really do. Picking up the slack, that's for sure, as the Flyers win this one 3-1. Stay with us here, Postgame Live, presented by Criado Insurance, hearing from Bobby Brink coming up here on NBC Sports Philadelphia. Just a highlight of Noah Cates. He has been so consistent for the Flyers. Torts raved about him Friday, talking about him, and this is a great example why, Scott.
Yeah, I'm raving about his line mate too here. Bobby Brink, a great play to go around the net, fake out the goalie, make him bite, and then a nice, beautiful pass out to Cates, and he rips this thing home.
That's a really sweet play, and Cates is just, he's the recipient of it. Watch this, he gets the goalie, as you mentioned, to go one side, then the other side. What's he going to do? Makes a nice move with the skates, that 10-2, as you mentioned, then gets a wide open man to set up just a pretty goal.
Yeah, and this one, no fighting him too as well. The goalie has it kind of between his pads. Been there lots of times, myself back in the day, just whacking away. You end up going to get lucky sometimes in that going in, but I love the fight of that line too. They're sticking up for each other. Their nose is dirty right over the blue paint, right in the mix. So good for them, and I think that's hopefully be contagious for everybody.
Yeah, they're a real confident line. They're playing bigger than they are. It's like when you're playing that confident line, it's like all of a sudden, all right, you're 3 inches bigger here and stronger. You see a move like that at the net, and Brink just flying too.
Yeah, John Tortorella talking about that line really being an example to set the tone for the rest of the team. And now let's go back to Anaheim and hear from Noah Cates' line mate, Bobby Brink.
How much is your success in playing off of each other? Obviously, you've got some confidence. He's got some confidence. Is it bringing it out in each other?
I mean, it's not only us, it's Forey too. Yeah. I think our line is predictable, and everyone plays within the structure, and that's led to success for us, I think, offensively and defensively.
You scored the goal, but then the first shift in the third period, I know you guys are probably trying to go out and set a tone in a 1-1 game. You feel like you help to do that when you get out there to start?
Yeah, I think we go out there, and I don't think we take a shift for granted. I mean, playing with those two guys is easy. They're all over the puck. They protect it so well below the dots. I feel like it's easy for me to play with these guys, so credit goes to them.
Have you seen Noah, really sort of emerging over the last little while?
I mean, he's always been a good player for us. The pucks are going in for him, and he deserves it. You see his two-way game, and every shift he's out there, and he's making an impact, and so he deserves these pucks going in for him right now.
For you personally, with your game, is this the most confident maybe you've been in your career, and with 100 games today too?
Yeah, I think I'm confident right now. I think that's just playing a simple game has led to confidence for me. I think gaining a little bit of experience and being here for a little bit now kind of is helping me know the league. It's a tough league, so the more you play in it, the more you know.
How special is it to get 100?
Yeah, it's really special. It's a dream come true to even play one game in this league, so 100 is special.
And Casey scored in 5 in a row now. He's such a laid-back guy normally. You guys get a kick out of seeing his reaction after he scores a goal?
Yeah, I love seeing him fired up. He's a pretty even-keel guy, so when he gets fired up, the boys love it. Thank you.
Flyers win this one 3-1. Bobby Brink, he is excellent post-game interviews.
He is. He's fired up there. I just love his monotone. I don't know if that's the right word for it. But he just speaks it as it is. There's no humor to it as well. But he has been playing well, and he should be proud of himself. 100 games in the NHL. Congratulations. One is a gift, like he said, and he's doing great.
Can't keep those Minnesota Gophers down. Man, all excited about that. Playing well together, though.
Yes, they are. The Flyers, they win this one 3-1. Stay with us here, Postgame Live, presented by Curado Insurance. Hearing from Noah Cates coming up on NBC Sports Philadelphia.